What you are seeing is not Unity, not Unreal Engine. It's Advanced Warfare. No, it's Roblox. It's a game made by just 8 of us in 8 months, and we had a total budget of 0. But it didn't always look like this. It actually started with a failed project. It was a desperate attempt to recycle what we already had just to please a dying community. We didn't know what to do with the game. We just knew something had to change. So we just scrapped that whole game and hoped for a fresh start. Naturally, you'd think we'd be lost for a while. I did too, but on one fateful day, which was literally the very next day, our artist, our animator, and I got in a Discord call late at night to figure out what game to make next. Right away, we agreed on 2 things. It was going to be PvE, and it was going to be a roguelike movement shooter. Then we just kept on talking and talking, like how Quentin Tarantino said. It was the opposite of an artist block. We could not stop coming up with new ideas. Completely unrelated ideas as well. Like it was going to have takedowns from Saints Row 3 and environmental objects you can use as weapons like Yakuza. And enemies who can call in reinforcements that will deploy from a mothership in the sky and jiggle physics? No, we didn't have that. But anyways, by the end of it, we had this super ambitious game that seemed like it was going to be our masterpiece for sure. And its name will be After that, we did nothing for 4 months because I worked on another game. In April 2024, I was finally done and development officially started. Almost immediately though, things went south. We didn't know where to even start, and it was like everyone pictured the game in a different way. At first, I thought it was because we didn't have a plan, so I overcompensated by trying to plan out everything, like writing game design docs and doing meetings, but nothing worked. In the end, I had to just stop thinking and start working. And so I did. I worked on the games. We decided to program the game in TypeScript instead of Lua. First thing I added was momentum, so even if you jump and let go of movement keys, you would still keep moving in the same direction. After that, I just began working on what we called movement actions, which were double jumping, sliding, mantling, and wall jumping. And then when that's all said and done, I had to make wall running. Limited to only certain walls, it took by far the longest to make. But when I finally finished it, it felt so satisfying. And for the first time, the game looked like it had something going. Those of you with a good memory may recall that earlier I said this game is a movement shooter and you can't shoot. So while I was doing all that, our other programmer, who is goated, worked on the weapon system. When he finished, we need a gun to test. And luckily, RedVFX already modeled the Emperor from JoJo. And xdzero animated it, and it was absolute hot garbage. It was so bad that it downgraded the whole game and made it look like shit. But soon enough, Red designed our first actual gun named Sundance, which is a revolver because RDR2 is my favorite game. And this time, Josh animated it and it was beautiful. Around the same time, we also polished the weapon system a ton.
Hey. Worldwide is coronavirus.
And Red finished the level you saw earlier. Finally, we tweeted the game. And it kind of blew up. Then we did nothing for 4 months again, because I was in my final year of high school and I had to lock in studying. After I graduated though, I started working again, and the first thing I did was I fixed every single bug there was, and I also optimized the game a shitload. And then I had to face the daunting task that I've been dreading the whole time, which is creating the enemy system. There's 3 reasons I say that. 1, both of us had no experience programming AI. 2, the game is co-op. 3, the game has to be extremely well optimized. After lots of studying, the solution we had was to ditch Roblox humanoids and instance replication completely. This way, we can have the enemies run at just 12 Hz on the server and then interpolate on the clients. We also made our own hierarchical state machine. It's like the middle ground between finite state machines and behavior trees. The enemies also don't have physics at all. Instead, it just uses raycasts and flocking. You may also notice that the Sundance can now charge by aiming. It's a weapon behavior, which is a system we made that allows every weapon to have its own unique gimmick. At this point, all the mechanics really came together, and the game is finally fun. So one day, xdzero suggested adding a shotgun sniper to the game, which sounds like ass, and everyone thought it was ass. And he animated it, so you would think it's ass, right? But it's actually really good. And then me and him came up with an enemy that charges at you and can only be damaged from backshots. We made it, and it was really good as well. So since the last weapon worked out so well, we did the same thing again with the next weapon, which is a hybrid between an AR and a flamethrower, and it was really good. And then me and Red came up. Well, not came up, we just stole it from Call of Juarez Gunslinger. We stole the dynamite from that game, which lets you shoot it. But we also made it boost you, and you know what I'm going to say? It's really good. Finally, Red went fucking turbo mode on Studio one night and finished the entire level, and it looks gorgeous. But yeah, that's it. That's how we got here. If you want to test the game, join our Discord. If you don't, just join anyways, please. Also, I want to say that despite what the video looks like, making a game like this is definitely not easy. And I just want to thank every single Fishy Studios developer. Thank you, Zero, Josh, Typical, Runic, Red, leesu, and MyTrumpCard. I would be nothing without you guys.
Overheat is not a game. It's a statement. You're not meant to play the game. You're meant to experience it. And the characters you made, they're a manifesto, not fiction.